So I had some workers come to my house to do some siding, and they were outside and I was inside, and I heard a loud noise and it sounded like a transformer blew in my backyard. So I came outside and I saw Michael laying on the ground, and I said, "What happened?" And basically his dad said he was moving a ladder and it hit the power line. We turned him on his back and he was foaming at the mouth, like saliva just coming down, like gasping for air. The yard workers across the street had 911 on the line, and the dispatcher told me to start CPR. So I'm a labor and delivery nurse, and so I'm CPR certified. So when they said start CPR, I was like, okay.
So luckily Katie recognized he was down, checked for a pulse, started CPR right away. I know the police came on scene then and took over from her, and then EMS. EMS had tried to revive him with both electricity and medication, and he still was pulseless. So he arrived basically dead.
We had about 5 minutes to prepare for him to come in, and we see this lifeless body, young, healthy boy, completely unresponsive. I looked at his eyes, they were pointing in opposite directions. His pupils were not reactive to light. Those are all very concerning signs.
It is not that often that we see patients come in who have had a significantly long or prolonged downtime. In this particular situation, 20 minutes is still considered a very long downtime.
Dr. Chudler looked at me and said, "We're going to save this kid."
First, we put an airway in for him to give him oxygen and breathe for him. After that, we put the pads on him, gave him some medication while we were getting ready to shock him, and we turned the joules up. We shocked him. We were feeling for a pulse, continuing CPR, and then we kind of felt a pulse, and we waited a second, held off CPR, and it got stronger and stronger, and we watched the monitor, and there was an organized rhythm, and it got faster and stronger, and yeah, it was amazing. I mean, a lot of thoughts run through your head, what this patient is going to be like when we do revive them. You know, we do see a lot of people down that long that come back many times into the ER in a complete vegetative state.
The only signs of any injury on his body was his big toes.
We believe it was an arc from the overhead wire that actually hit the ladder. So while he was holding it, the electricity goes through his hands, through his body, and out through the, you know, the quickest way it can, through his toes. And so when you think of that large amount of electricity exiting his toes, I mean, they were burnt crispy. Time is tissue. In situations like Michael's, the fact that he had circulation from the beginning was so important, because if you're not circulating that blood, that tissue's dying. So luckily for his brain, for his heart, for his whole body function, he had oxygen circulating.
I don't believe that Michael would have survived without that bystander CPR, the high performance CPR by the paramedics en route here. That gave him that opportunity to let our team intervene and make the difference. And there's no question in my mind that that's why he's alive today.